Hello, profit takers. It's Victoria here, and we're back today with another video. And today we're going to go over some of the trade alerts, one of the best trade alerts that you're going to get on the Profit Takers Alert Dash. Now, we're going to go over how to master the entries for these signals. Now, again, these are the one peak formation, high and low alerts, which are called day two trend trades. Okay, so only three things that can happen on the day two trend trades. It's either it's going to proceed as we expect it to, or it's going to fail and then reverse, or it's going to do absolutely nothing, right? Those are the three things that we're going to work with, and we're going to cover how to master these entries on these easy trade setups brought to you by the Profit Takers Alert Dashboard. So let's get to it, guys. So right now we are looking at let me slide over my dashboard so you can see it. My screen is pretty big, so I can only capture so much of it on this share. So we're going to cover, I'm going to go over the trades with the signal, with the one peak formation high. And of course, we have the new feature added, which is the previous day low. And that is going to, or previous day low and high, not just low and high. Those are the breaks. So we want to count the breaks once, after the new peak arrives. We want to make sure if it is going to be a bull trend. If it's a bull trend, we know it needs to break the highs, to respect the lows. If it's a bear trend, it needs to respect the highs and break the lows. So when we count these breaks, guys, it's going to keep us in line. And it's going to also help us prepare us for when the market is supposed to potentially reverse. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. We're looking at only the one peak formation high and low alerts that showed up on the dashboard. And we're going to go through how I enter them. Okay. Or even how you can set them up, because sometimes these are probably the only trades that I probably would, set them up with pending orders right before I go to sleep, because oftentimes they could happen, while it's in London. But that's, it's not all the time, but oftentimes it can happen then. And then you may get a reversal trade for New York. So you just have to watch what price is doing. But I like to go with the trend. Okay, guys. All right, so here we go. We're looking at Aussie CAD. Now, some of these pairs, you can't be, you can like minimize this list of pairs that you want to look at, because technically, guys, I don't trade all of these pairs, but because I want you guys to see everything, you can basically make this list as short or as long as you want it to be based on your broker and what instruments they allow you to trade, right? Even with Bitcoin, if they allow you to trade that, you can add that here. I mean, whatever it is, any instrument that has a high and low, okay, that your broker allows you to trade, you can definitely add it to this dashboard, okay? All right, so we're looking at Aussie right now, Aussie CAD. So we got the signal. The first thing first I always like to do is just take the measurement. I just do the fib, right? I do the high and low from the previous day. You're going to see yesterday's high and low here. I just take that measurement, guys. All right. That's where we start. Okay. We just start right there. And I often go with the 50% line. Okay. So I'm going to mark that here, because that would be the 50% line right here. Okay. Now, as the day comes in, you can scale it in a little bit more. And you could actually just go from the low to the high. Okay, do that right there. It's just about the same. All right, you can do it that way too. So when you're going down into your 5-minute entry, everything is in place. This is 15 minutes. Let me drop down to 5. Okay. I'm going to go from that. Now I'm going to go from this high to this low, because this is the most recent high and this is the most recent low. still the same. As you can see, the entry is still pretty much the same. Okay. And I'm going to go to this high, right, to the low, because we know this is the low. Okay. Just a little bit, nothing fancy, right? It's still pretty close. That's your entry. That's it. That's on the 5-minute chart. Now, if you did take this particular entry there, your next question is, well, how do I get out? All right. You can always use market structure. And this is where we want markets to break this particular area here. You can use that as your first target. Okay. Let me get to 15-minute time frame here so we can see this a lot better. Okay. You can always use, based on when you entered, yesterday's low. If it's available to you, then you would use that as a target. That's about 31 pips. Okay. All right. Market structure. Now, I haven't drawn my lines on here, but if I just go back to H1 and I see what happened on Tuesday, right? Tuesday initial balance. And this is a feature, the initial balance for the high and low is already added to the new update of the dashboard. But you'll see it in the live market. It doesn't show up when the market is closed. So you have the initial balance high and low, right? So you're going to use market structure, like where was the last low? That is another option for your target. And that's about 50 pips. So you can roughly get these, like I said, these are scalable trade setups. You can get, you can position yourself to win really big on these types of trades, right? And what you're going to notice is once price breaks the previous day's low, the dashboard is going to update, right? It's going to update immediately with one previous day low break. That's basically what that means. The previous day broken, we got one. So that tells me we're doing well. And now we're looking for our day 3 trade to either to continue, right? If it continues to get support from this particular high here, or perhaps it breaks through that high and then, it fails and it comes down and breaks this low. That's what we're looking for. But we're also going to pay attention that this is going to be this is already the second time it hit this level. So we're going to see, is it going to come to this level here and actually reverse? I don't know, but usually 3 times to the same level does tend to hold, right? And it reverses. So we're going to pay attention to those, right? It's not just blindly trading anything. You still need to look back and look and see where price was once was, okay? But for day 2 trades, guys, these are phenomenal, okay? We're going to go to AU. We had another one here. Okay. Same thing. All right. We're going to take our measurement from the high to the yesterday's high and low. We're going to note our target. Okay. So depending on when you get to the market, I don't know when that is for you. Here's another, the current day high and low. Here's another entry. Or yesterday's low. So you see in this area, this particular setup, yesterday's low is your entry as well, right? Where previously what we saw on the Aussie CAD, yesterday's low was our target, right? So this was definitely our entry here. And then our target, guys, is the low of the week, as you can see here, which was also, it's like when since Monday was a holiday, this is the best we could do here. Yeah, I saw this stop hunt down here, so I'm like, boom, we're using that. Okay. So that is our target, just using market structure. All right, let's go to the next one. So I hope if you're not taking notes, it's fine. I have a slide prepared for you all, which is going to be available in locals so that you can remember what to do when it comes to these types of trade setups. Euro CAD. All right, another one. So we have our, always want to start off with this. Okay. Entry area is around here at the retracement, 50%. Okay. That would be around your entry. If you just wanted to do your current, let's say you're trying to scale it in. Let me go down to M15. This is the most recent push up. If I went there to here, then this is a beautiful entry because it's after the retracement, right? There's an entry here. Boom. You see that? If you went from the low to the high, it would have got you in probably around the same area here. It's not too far. Okay. Again, looking at Euro CAD, if you are able to get in earlier with the earlier entry based on when you got to the market, then your target would have been yesterday's low. See that? That's a good 60 pips. If your target, if your entry was at yesterday's low, because you know, based on when you got here, your target, oops, I did not mean to grab that. I wanted to grab this. Your target is the low of the week, 50 pips. If you got in at the open price, that's an entry as well. Your target, low of the week, that's 78 pips. Not bad, guys. All right. Let's see how many more we got. Looked at Euro. Okay, we have GA. Now, look at this. GA gave us a one peak formation low, but this PD previous day is blank, which means no levels were hit. So we're going to go take a look at that. Okay. This is a clue that since the earlier session, so technically, if you were here taking this trade early on, that was the area there. Okay. If it was just from the low to the current high based on when you got into the actual market, then your entry is down here. And it's right at the open price. Now, you can also use the close price of the day, like previous day, the close price. That, to me, that and the open price are very close together, that I don't really see any, I don't see much of a difference. So that's why I just keep my open price indicator. It works just great. So your entry would have been here. Your stop loss would have been yesterday's low. Your target, obviously, we're always targeting yesterday's high because we want price to reach up here. But what else do we see before yesterday's high? We see one of the quarter levels. So I would definitely use this quarter point as a target. Okay. That's the target. All right. So we had a nice retracement. Still about, let me see. That's what I was trying to let this thing drop right here. So your entry after this retracement right here, And if you're already in the market, I mean, this is a good area to add. Just scale in right there. Okay. Now, as I shared with you, this one didn't hit any levels. It didn't touch yesterday's high, so we don't know if it's going to continue to break the high, right? It closed back inside. Don't know, right? So when we notice that price gets support at the high, we have an opportunity to retake a reversal trade for the New York folks, right? And typically, you'd want to get in. It's about 50 pips right back to this area. Like I wouldn't mess around after this area. I would just take the entry from as soon as I notice it's starting to break down. Let's go to M5. Let's see if we can get in sooner. You could totally have gotten in pretty soon, like right here. If you have waited for this break right down here, it would have been super late. So this first break right here would have been ideal because it is a second leg of the M. So this one should work out perfectly. Okay. And again, your entry's there. And your target is going to be this area here, and or 50 pips, because look, you got well over 50 pips in this entire box. Okay. So what is that telling us for day 3? So day 3, again, if this thing, it played out, can't lie. This setup played out in the earlier session. So we just need to wait and see if we're going to, if price is going to give us a stop hunt low to break structure, or is it going to completely fail, and then this turns out to be a peak, right? If this is the peak and this is the peak reset, right? We won't know that until price opens to see if this is actually going to maintain this bullish momentum or if it's going to break because it didn't break structure. So we'll just have to wait and see which way it goes. Okay. We have a couple more. We have GU here. And let me go to a larger time frame so you can see the big picture. Same thing, guys. Let me draw Tuesday's low right here. And Tuesday's high, because these things are going to be on the dashboard. Right now I have to just draw them all the time. So sometimes I get lazy when I'm doing the videos. Sorry. So here we go. We're going to take the measurement, yesterday's high and low. As you can see, I already plotted that. And that actually played out nicely in the early session. You wanted to scale it in a little bit. High to the low. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Here's your second entry. Beautiful entry. And then our target for this particular one is yesterday's low, as you can see right here. So if you were lucky enough to catch this trade in London, guys, that's about 39 pips. All right. Didn't play out very well for us New Yorkers. Ugh, was not happy. All right, then we move on. And you, also very similar to GU, we did the same thing. This is it, guys. This is how easy it is to get in to enter these particular setups, just like this on day 2. Take the previous day high and low measurement, 50%, right? If you want to just try and see if you can scale it in a little bit more in the current day. pretty close. Okay. So this particular trade, if you're able to get in this trade pretty early, right, or in this area, your target, you see that we have a major level here. That's one target. Or just go with yesterday's low. And that's it. Take your profits right here. This is only about 20 pips, but this is NU, so it's not like it's a big pip giver. And I want you to notice this was the low, but prices, prices did end up getting support on this particular area here, which leaves that gap. So let's not forget about that. All right. And there was an opportunity for a reversal trade setup on this particular level. Again, back to, actually, it did kind of hit this area. Let me bring this out. Yeah, it sure did. It did hit that area where you could have taken those profits from there as well. Okay. Don't ever hold these trades when you're doing the reversal. Just go back to the area that you marked is usually where it's going to start to fade off. Okay. It's about 38 pips. Not bad. Not bad. Waiting for this one to come back to yesterday's low for an entry. Yeah, it's about 20 pips. I mean, I guess it's not too bad either. Back to that area. Okay. All right, cool. We covered all of the signals for the one peak low, peak high trade, the alerts that showed up for us to trade on Friday, free cash Friday. Okay. Now that's not my saying. That's Stacey Burke saying. He says that all the time. But yeah, I mean, free money at the ATM, it's stuff that, oh gosh, beat the market maker. Steve Murrow says that all the time. I mean, these are easy trade, guys. Easy entries, easy targets. And like I said, it's only going to do three things. It's either going to respect, especially if it's if we're looking for a short trade, it's either going to respect this level, right? And break through previous day low, or it's just going to go sideways and do nothing, or it's going to break through and the trend changes. And guess where all that stuff happens? Right in this area where you had marked, right? So you're already in the know, okay? More confidence than ever. All right. I wish I learned all this stuff when I first learned how to trade, guys. This is like phenomenal stuff here. So now we have this, as you guys see right now, I'm using the updated profit taker alert dash. There are some other things that I'm going to update on here for next week. So it's going to be probably a week or so before I can go ahead and make it available for everyone. But it will, but right now, if you don't have it, right, if you don't have the indicator, guys, just go ahead to my website. Okay, go to profittakers.com. Save 30% right now, or you can try it out 7 days for free, right? As soon as the new update with the previous day alert dash feature is completed, you will know, right? If you're in our locals group, I would submit it there and send it out to everyone on the email list so that they'll know it's available for download, and the files will be available to download in the locals. I'll have them there, and then you just add your license to it, and then you'll be rocking and rolling. Okay, so head on over to profittakersalerts.com, grab the dashboard, and again, you have an option to get the dashboard with or without the trade manager, but I recommend the trade manager. Okay, all right, guys, I am all done for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you in the new year. Ciao for now.